Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good
Hi.
morning, Mr. Subhash. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Of course. Good morning, ma'am.
How are you feeling today?
Ma'am, I am feeling very happy. I'm very
Uh,
happy to see you.
okay, can I ask you why? Is it because this is your first English study session?
This is my first demo session, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Be-
yes. That's what I'm
be-
asking about.
Before that, I have seen lot of video on
Mm.
YouTube and
Ah,
etc. etc. But first time I speak some English face to face.
okay. So, can I know more about you? Where are you from? What do you do? Will you tell me a little bit about yourself? And then I'll introduce myself.
Of course, ma'am. Of course. Actually, I am from Maharashtra in Chandrapur
Okay.
district. But basically I am a teacher here in Sangli district near the Kolhapur,
Mm.
Maharashtra, in Maharashtra.
Okay. What
My name is
subject do you teach?
actually I have taught to students Marathi, Hindi, and sometimes English
Mm.
also.
Okay. How long have you been a teacher then?
um, 40 years,
14 or
40,
40?
yeah, not 40, 14 years.
14 years. 14 years. Great. Okay. I've been a teacher for 3.5 years or so. My experience is comparatively lesser, but I've been only an
Oh,
English teacher. I've been teaching students English for preparation courses like IELTS and GRE, and also spoken English. This is my career path, and I'm
wow.
based out of Tamil Nadu. So, this is about me a little.
Okay,
So,
actually,
mm,
yes.
just please ask me.
Actually, ma'am, when I teach here to students,
Mm,
those students are very rural area, in very
mm,
rural area. So I want to develop my students English. Before that, I want to develop to
mm.
myself.
Mm.
I
How
have
about
no
your
grammar.
schooling, Subhash? What did you study in your batch for your bachelor's and postgraduate? And how about your English exposure so far?
Yeah, ma'am, I have passed graduation. But after that I join as a teacher.
Mm.
Then I practice only for speak here. Actually, in Maharashtra,
Mm.
mostly people speak in Marathi.
Mm.
They in Tamil Nadu, in
Mm.
Karnataka or other state,
Mm.
people mostly use some use English
Mm.
words,
Mm.
but in Maharashtra only speak in Marathi. So
Mm.
uh, I try to speak, develop my skill. I try to experience on my students.
Mm. Mm.
But I
Experiment on your students?
yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, that's it, right? All right. Um, so you have not used English so much in your life so far. That is why you're looking for a speaking partner, is it?
Yes, yeah, of course. I want to develop my personal skill
Mm.
before
Mm.
I teach to my students.
Very good, actually. I'm happy that you realize that a good teacher realizes what we need to do for our students.
Of
Yeah.
course, ma'am.
So, in your teaching career, you use Marathi to teach.
Yes, I have taught Marathi, Hindi, and sometimes I taught to my students. I have taught to my students
Mm.
English. I
Mm.
have basically no grammatical knowledge,
Mm. Mm.
um, but my teacher had taught to me. You get knowledge from textbook, but you
Mm.
if you cannot, if you want to speak in English, if you want to learn some language, you want to conversations with the others.
Mm. I
But
agree.
if yes,
Mm.
but in my area, actually, not any single persons also who will speak with me in English. So that is
have
very
you
bad.
have you thought about moving? Do you like where you live?
Sorry, ma'am.
Have you thought about moving? Moving in the sense moving to a different city or a different place.
Yeah, yeah. I
Mm.
actually, I my born place was corner in Maharashtra near the
Mm,
Gadchiroli district.
mm,
And from there, I came now in Kolhapur, thousands kilometers.
mm,
But actually, in only Maharashtra. That's why
mm.
I related about the Marathi and Hindi
No, no, I'm
and
asking
also
you,
other language.
will you move out of Maharashtra? Have you thought about that? Go to a different state?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay. Simply curious because you're exactly right. If you don't have the environment or the people to speak in English, but it's very difficult. It's not your fault, right? That's how you were, that's how you grew up. Um, Only when you have the surroundings for it, you can speak English easily. So, this is one good idea. But if you have some friends, let's say, who speak in English with you, it will be even more easy for you to learn English. So,
Of course, ma'am.
that's why I asked. Okay. So, you said you have no grammatical knowledge.
Sorry, ma'am. Actually, I have grammatical knowledge,
Mm,
but I not even single persons who will discuss with me in English, participate in
mm,
English, who
mm,
will ask me some question in English. That's
mm.
why I practice myself. Sometimes I practice with the colleagues. They ask me some
Okay.
question in English.
Okay. Okay. So here you said, I want to develop to myself. I want to develop
Yes,
my English, right? The correct sentence would be, I want to develop myself, not to myself, but I want to
yes.
develop myself. To there is incorrect.
I want to develop myself.
Yes, exactly. We don't say to. We do not need to there. It's an unnecessary fitting.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. So similarly, like there are other mistakes like that in grammar. But before that, I would like to know more about you. So you said you have been a teacher. What do you think is the best part of being a teacher?
Actually,
Mm,
firstly, if you want to be a good teacher, you want to
mm,
mix up in children's, you want
mm,
to get you want to actually know, read about your student's mind, not the textbook.
mm,
If you will be success, read your student's mind, you will be success in teaching method, teaching
mm.
as a teacher.
But that is what you should do to be a teacher. But what is the best part about being a teacher? What is the advantage?
Okay, advantage.
Mm.
So actually, this is my passions, and advantage
Okay.
is I like very much teach to
Mm.
students,
Mm.
and
Okay.
that's why this is the advantage to, as
For
for
me,
me.
For me, the best part of being a teacher is that, especially with English, when you teach a student for a very long time and when you see them slowly progressing, you remember how they were in the beginning, but when they finish a course or when they finish classes with you, you can actually see the progress inside them. So for me, that's the best part about being a teacher.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, ma'am, very easy to teach elder students like 12th standard, 11th standard, or
Yeah,
more,
yeah, yeah.
but very difficult to teach from 6th standards like as to the ninth standard students also.
Mm. I can't teach children. I'll be very honest. I'm not good with children. I'm only good with elders, like older, above 15. Yeah, I can handle. But anything below 15, I can't, especially primary grade. I can't even imagine teaching something to children like that. So I respect primary teachers.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's like a different battleground, I would say. Taking control of them, making sure that they pay
Right, ma'am.
attention.
Yes.
Really.
Sometimes the children ask very confusing questions.
Mm. How do you
Children,
handle all of that?
my hobby is singing music. I
Mm.
playing tabla, and that's why I handle
Mm.
to students mm, all of this, including
Mm.
by
So,
music.
do
By
you do
music,
activities in class, not only teaching the lesson but doing extra activities?
of course, ma'am. I have do lot of activity. I have did
Mm.
funny games,
Mm,
and for increase English speaking skills,
mm,
I I have watched some YouTube video,
mm,
and by textbook I have
mm.
did lot of activities for
I
my
have
students.
done. I
I
have
have
done,
done.
not
Sorry.
did.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. So the thing is, even if you feel that, like, grammar, because you have not used it, you will wind up using the wrong thing. So when you start speaking more from now, you will make small grammar mistakes, which we will correct. But the more you speak, the more better your grammar will become automatically. So
Of
that is
course, ma'am.
required. Right.
Actually, I have taught to my students by formula method, like
Mm.
subject plus verb plus
Ah.
objects. But after that, I realized it's only grammatical basic
Mm.
knowledge. But if I want to if I
Mm.
want to speak English, I want to develop students' English communication skill.
Mhm.
So firstly, want conversations with other persons.
Yeah. Then let me ask you a different question. So, will you tell me your daily routine? So, from morning till evening, the moment you wake up until the moment you come back from home, from work, how is your routine like?
Of course, sure, ma'am.
Mm,
Um, I wake up early morning, I think
mm,
6 o'clock,
mm.
and then I get ready for exercise. And after that, I will study. I study. Uh, I read some books,
Okay.
and and as usual, I watch some YouTube video,
Mm,
and then I getting ready for school. I get ready for school, and
mm.
then from 11th o'clock to 5th, 11 to 5th, 5
11 to
o'clock,
5.
11 to 5 o'clock, um, I have stay in school.
How many hours do you teach?
Sorry, ma'am.
How many hours do you teach in school? So you say 11 to 5 you are in
Uh,
school, right? So how many
yes.
hours do you teach?
Actually, ma'am, in timetable schedule of the schools, there after one periods they will give break to us for rest,
Mm,
and from 11 to 5 o'clock, I think 2 3 hours
mm.
we teach,
Okay.
and then school works.
Admin work, is it?
Yes,
So do you teach in a private school or do you teach in a government school?
government school. I am
Mm.
actually basically high school teachers
Mm.
from fifth
And this
standard
will
to ninth.
fifth to ninth. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. So this is your daily routine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This daily routine may not change until you change your job. So one reason I asked you to talk about daily routine is that daily routine does not change, and for the daily routine we use the present tense.
Yes,
To talk
of course,
about
ma'am.
it, we use the present tense. One of the purposes, one of the usage of present tense is to talk about daily habits or routines that do not change. You said you studied the formula, but you do not know why you're using it. This is why.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm. So you use I get up from bed, I make breakfast, I have breakfast, I read books. All of this is in the present form only. We
Yes,
don't use
ma'am.
the
Right.
past tense. We don't use the future tense. But we can also use present continuous. After getting up from bed, I will make breakfast. Getting up. Getting is
Uh,
continuous.
Continuous.
Yeah. After getting up from bed, I will make breakfast. After eating, I will read some books. You can also use it like that. So we use the present tense or the present continuous tense for talking about everyday routine. So you are a teacher, maybe you teach 2 to 3 hours every day. You can say, Huh,
Hello?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. I was saying that this is one way that you can use your present tense. Anything that's happening in the present, or any event or any action that is true. For example, the sun rises in the east.
Yes.
It does not rise in the west, north, south. It does not change. It always rises in the east. So we use
Yes.
the present tense for general truths. Human beings need water for survival. Without water, we won't live. So need is present tense.
Universal truth.
Universal truth. What else can we say? We need air to breathe. We can't breathe anything else. So, like that, you can try relating it to real world facts. Not only learn the formula, which is very boring in my opinion, but also
Yes, really, ma'am.
try relating it to real life stuff. Hmm. Okay.
But
Then one more.
actually, in my yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
one more. I'd like to give you a feedback now. Then you can ask me questions. Is that okay?
What about, ma'am?
I'm going to give you a little bit of feedback. Then you can ask
Okay,
me
okay.
questions.
No problem.
Mm. So, in terms of feedback, you do make grammatical errors when speaking, but I believe that this comes from not using English, not really practically using it, not because of a lack of knowledge, but not because it's because of a lack of practical skills. Like,
Sure, ma'am. Definitely.
yeah, it's like you learned all the chemistry experiments procedure, but you haven't actually done a chemistry experiment. So it's like that. So it's a problem that we can rectify easily. For example, handle two students. You don't handle two students, you handle students.
Handle students, right?
You have a habit of adding to with every sentence where it is not needed.
I habitual.
It's habitual, yeah.
Yes.
Mm. And you said, I want to conversation, right? This is something that you'll tell to every tutor, maybe. I want to converse in English.
Converse.
Converse is the verb, conversation is the noun. We don't say, I
Correct.
want to do conversation. We say, I want to converse. I want to speak in English, which is much more easy. You can
Right,
simply
ma'am.
say, I want to speak fluently in English. This is my goal. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Along with that, because Indians have a lot of different mother tongues, we have something called as a mother language influence in English. Your accent and pronunciation is interrupted by your mother tongue. For example, how do you pronounce this word? I'm using the chat box. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Chat
Can
box.
see.
Can you open the chat box?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I
I have
open.
typed a word there. Can you see that?
Hmm. No, ma'am. I can't see.
You can't see people. I have typed it for you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ah.
Sure, ma'am.
Hmm.
People.
So, not people, people.
People.
Yeah, we don't say people. It's not people. It's not like a pul sound. It's people.
People.
Very good.
Yeah.
How do you say this?
People.
No, no. The next word in the chat box.
Next words in chat box is learn.
It's not learn. We say learn. I'm learning
Learn.
English. Yeah.
Yes.
One more time, please.
Learn.
Very good.
Learn.
Not learn, but learn.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
Personal.
Not personal, personal. We say personal.
Personal. Personal.
Yeah, this is my personal matter. Can you say that?
Yeah. This is my personal matter.
Not
Personal.
personal, personal. We don't say per. We don't say the R sound very stressfully. We mildly say it.
Personal.
This is my personal matter. Personal.
This is my personal matter.
Much better. Okay.
Thank you.
Uh, how do you say this?
Morning.
Not morning. We say morning. Today morning.
Morning. Today morning. Morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So there are many other vocabulary like that. These are a couple of words that I noticed when we were speaking today. That you can rectify when you want to speak good English. Pronunciation plays a major role.
Of
So you
course,
have to
ma'am.
pronounce words in the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Your overall English will sound very natural.
Thank you. Actually, can I say something, ma'am?
Yes, please.
A lot of time I suffering from only pronunciation problems. My tune is
Mm,
like a Marathi.
mm, mm. Yeah, I agree. The more you speak, you can change it. Pronunciation, you would get help from all of your tutors. Pronunciation is something that we never compromise on.
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions or doubts?
Can I ask
Um,
about you,
yes.
ma'am?
Yes, please.
Sorry. Where are you from?
I'm from Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, okay, Tamil Nadu.
Mm.
And I think in Tamil Nadu mostly speak in English also.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't know why, but North Indians think that South Indians can speak good English. I mean, it is
Yes,
true. One reason is in North India, you have Hindi. Everybody knows Hindi. But in South
everybody knows.
India, there is no one language we all know. English is one language we all know. So maybe that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
why we often speak in English.
The comparison to the Maharashtra also. In
Mm,
Maharashtra
mm,
only speaks people Marathi mother tongue
mm,
mostly,
mm,
but in other state there speaks English compulsory.
yeah.
They have little knowledge also about this
Mm,
how speak.
yeah. We also learn other states' language. If you go to Kerala, you learn Malayalam. If you go to Karnataka, you learn Kannada. Also, along with English, because English is made compulsory in school these days. English is what do you call it? It's inevitable. You have to speak in English. It's like
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions regarding English that you would like to ask me?
Okay, actually, this is my first sessions, and before that, I have book sessions, and then I realized what I have done. I don't know what will be tomorrow, and I
Mm.
prepared myself for today's sessions.
Mm. Okay. I think you've already purchased a program, is it?
No, not at all.
You have not purchased a program. Okay. Then let me tell you more about our platform. So you have the option of choosing your tutors. You can choose any tutor you want to take your class with. You have options. There are many tutors on our platform. You can choose the tutor. You can choose the date and time of your sessions also. Morning, evening, afternoon, based on the tutor's availability. You can choose slots, Subhash. During every session, you get feedback like this. Like I told you, okay, this is incorrect. You can speak like this. You can pronounce like this. You will get customized feedback during all of your sessions. You also get a topic PDF along with your session. What are we going to discuss in the session? It's not we don't always follow the topic because sometimes you might have request. I want to discuss this topic, that topic. We can also do that.
Okay,
All of our sessions are recorded. You will have access to video recordings after every session completes. So you can go back and look at your performance and analyze your performance.
okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm
Yeah.
happy to. I'm very happy to converse with you.
Thank you. You're
I
using
was
it
I,
correctly.
I was I was little nervous, but
Mm,
after that I changed my one mistake.
mm,
Means correct my mistakes.
mm,
Converse, not conversations.
mm. Yes. And finally, I'd say you can also choose the length of your program, Subhash. If you want a program between 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, we have packages. You can check and you can decide what would be best for you.
Sure, ma'am.
Hmm. Yes, Subhash. So this is it. Do you have any other questions regarding English, the platform, anything?
No, I will try my best, and after
Hmm.
that, I will teach to my students because I want to bright future of my students about English.
Yes,
Sometimes I
yes.
have taught to my students speaking skills, but before that, I
Hmm.
want to develop myself, my communication
Mm,
skills.
definitely. I agree. So I wish you all the best in your journey. I hope I get to see you again soon. If not, I still wish that you learn English and you achieve whatever you want.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Have a
very
nice
much.
day.
Have a great day.